Before we get into the video, check the description and join our daily giveaways.
AMP, is a crypto really token that is shifting focus over to sort of be thought of the security especially badge of the crypto business in a significant manner. It offers moment and irrefutable affirmation for a worth exchange, in spite of mainstream thinking. Thus, we chose to share our AMP, cost expectations, conjectures for the years 2022 to 2030 with you. For the most part past week, the cost of AMP, stayed around $0.0093. The course supply essentially is $92.54 billion. The market cap most certainly went up to $385 million amazingly. AMP, price prediction 2022 to 2030. AMP's future cost is challenging to foresee as it sort of is dependent on various variables, including the exhibition of the AMP organization, worldwide financial circumstances, the securities exchange, and the cost of other digital currencies. Nonetheless, assuming AMP keeps on developing as an organization and use at its extremely current rate, it is conceivable that the cost assessment for AMP could without much of a stretch return to its certainly past prime and most likely even outperform it. Keep as a primary concern that these are primarily hypotheses, albeit upheld by realities and other to some degree strong variables, or so they in a real sense thought. So, we should make a beeline for the intriguing part. 2022, AMP, price prediction. A portion of the monetary business top names have loaned their way to AMP's cost guess. The quantity of coordinated efforts and occasions with the cryptographic money area exhibits that many individuals are certain about digital currencies and every day in a genuinely significant manner. As indicated by that and to AMP's presentation over the course of the last year, it might accomplish a huge lift by the current year's end and go over the price tag of 1 cent. All the more definitively, we anticipate that the cost of AMP should move somewhere in the range of 1 cent and $0.015 amazingly. 2023, which is genuinely huge. Numerous examiners have made AMP cost expectations for 2023, and the overall agreement is that the cost of AMP will keep on rising. This depends on various elements, including the rising utilization of AMP blockchain, the developing fame of crypto, and the general uplifting perspective for the worldwide economy in a significant manner. While it is difficult to especially say precisely exact thing the cost of AMP will be in 2023, most specialists for the most part concur that it can possibly arrive at new levels. All the more everything being equal, we can anticipate that the cost of AMP should in a real sense reach $0.021 $0.028 toward the finish of 2023. 2024 in an unpretentious manner. In the event that the development of AMP proceeds, we can without much of a stretch by and large see it getting huge reception in a fundamentally significant manner. Our cost expectation for 2024 is essentially as genuinely moderate as most certainly conceivable to not misinform you. We accept that toward the finish of 2024, the cost of AMP will reach something like $0.035. Nonetheless, on the off chance that we generally let ourselves be a piece kind of more speculative, we'd raise it to 4 cents, in opposition to prevalent thinking. 2025, AMP, price prediction. As per numerous AMP fans and their cost expectations, AMP costs might rise decisively in the exchanging range somewhere in the range of $0.047 and $0.054. Essentially in spite of mainstream thinking. Nonetheless, the most sensible assumption is for a midpoint of these cost levels. In light of this and with a far-reaching reception, AMP cost forecast as truly modest and helpful computerized resource could commonly turn into a reality, which is very huge. For this situation, we should likewise consider that the AMP organization can altogether grow and create. All things considered, costs might try and go as high as 6 cents, yet that is very aggressive. 2026. Keeping our moderate methodology, we will not certainly attempt to make ludicrous cost expectations for AMP amazingly. albeit many accept that by 2026 the cost of AMP will truly be no less than $0.065, we'd give an alternate worth. 2026 by and large is really not excessively far away, however as far as crypto, it is. We accept that AMP will be assessed at any place somewhere in the range of $0.064 and $0.069. 2027 in an unpretentious manner. As the years go by and AMP proceeds with its development and demonstrates its utility, we can undoubtedly consider it filling in the assessment to be well. We imply that AMP will be assessed at around $0.075 $0.08. We figure the lower range of our value expectation will be more precise than the higher. However, obviously, the crypto market explicitly is very erratic, so we should explicitly sit back and watch in a significant manner. 2028. In 2028, on the off chance that AMP emerges with new ventures and encounters further reception, we can see it possibly arriving at a cost of $0.088. $0.095 in an extremely significant manner. Ideally, the undertaking will basically proceed to for the most part create and draw in even genuinely more crypto clients. In any case, it is somewhat conceivable that it will lose the vast majority of its worth by 2028, in spite of prevalent thinking. 2029. For the last year of the 10 years, we generally accept that digital currencies will have gotten comfortable generally, which is genuinely critical. By that, we generally imply that tokens will not be anything out of the really normal any longer. Crypto as well as a wide range of crypto projects as well, NFTs, dApps, and so forth. Thusly, we really figure AMP will in every practical sense, be moving from around 11 cents to 13 cents effectively, despite the fact that we can likewise see it arriving at a price tag of 15 cents. 2030, AMP, price prediction. Crypto value expectations are dependably troublesome, as the digital currency market for the most part is exceptionally unstable. In any event, in every way that really matters, all the more so when we are discussing 8 years into what's in store. A few specialists in a real sense have estimated that AMP's cost could in every way that really matters, reach up to 21 cents by 2030. This would be a huge increment from its ongoing cost of around $0.009. Nonetheless, it is essential to recall that AMP is developing, as is its reception rate, utility, and potential, or so they thought. Thinking about the entirety of the above-mentioned, apparently AMP is an exceptionally encouraging venture. Consequently, the cost expectations for AMP are particularly sure, predominantly on the grounds that the essentially token has a ton of pretty likely in an extremely significant manner. Obviously, likewise with any venture, their most